What's going on, everybody? Today I have an absolute banger of a video for you today. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to take a passenger for a ride on a motorcycle safely, efficiently, and having fun while at it. Over here I have my lovely little helper, and over here I have my 22 Yamaha MT-07. I'm going to explain why I chose this bike as we ride. So, have you ever been for a motorcycle ride before? No? That's a lie. You were on our way over here. You're pushing on the tank. You've been for a ride before? Yeah. Okay, we established that. Thank you. Why are you lying about that?
I mean, I was on it. You asked if I've ever gone on it.
I did notice you're not leaning with me. That's the one thing I was going to talk about. You gotta learn to lean with me, like as I'm going through, or else it's gonna be like super stiff and it's kind of awkward. So you gotta flow. It's kind of like a flow. There's like a vibe to it. If that makes sense. So that, yeah, I was gonna say that too. It's not like a necessity. If you hit me with your helmet, it's fine. It's just like quality of life thing, you know. It's like it's kind of nice to not have to worry about that. Anything else? I mean, you already know how to push on the tank. I guess I don't have to explain that. That's a nice one. Luckily that this bike has a nice impact zone there. Just want to address the fact I'm lending her my Alpine Star jacket, so it's abrasion resistant, has padding. Giving her the best helmet that I own currently. Probably not the best fit, but she's probably better off than me. And I gave her a little comm system. She can listen to some music. Other than that, she didn't really come prepared, so we're just kind of doing this on a whim, so let's have fun. And while we ride, I'm going to be talking to the audience, basically teaching them things that they may not think about. Look at this. She's a pro. She knows what she's doing. Cool. Let the bike warm up for a second, and we are off. So I'm filming this at night, so it's going to be a little awkward because it's in the dark a little bit, but bear with me. Today I'm going to be explaining a lot of things that are important and things that a lot of people don't think about when it comes to taking a passenger. And she's just going to be vibing out to some music, so I think we're all happy. So allow me to get into the reasons why I choose this specific bike to take passengers on, why I actually, I really enjoy taking passengers on this bike. Back at the, call it like peak TikTok days, yeah, peak TikTok days, back when I just had a Triumph Speed Triple Double R and I had my R1. Both of those bikes sucked at taking a passenger for a ride. I remember I even took my ex for a ride on the Panigale V4, and that was just a horrible experience. That bike hates taking a passenger. How you doing?
Good.
Holding up well? Mm-hmm. She's smooth. It's not like, harsh or anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She's a good bike. She's my slowest one. I mean, she'll get some. I'll do a little acceleration for you. Okay. She's not bad. It's not like she's slow. It's just like she's the slowest one. She tops out at 120. So I don't know. The Supermoto I have is not much faster, but it's a little bit more fun. So. Oh well, we didn't. I'm just gonna go through this. I mean, we didn't get the light. I'm just gonna blast right through that one. All right, let's show her what the old MT could do, huh? Yeah, she's not bad. She's not bad. She breaks speed limits. Yeah, anyway, back to the reasons why I choose this bike. First of all, the suspension is incredibly cheap and soft. And soft and cheap suspension is pretty pliable. And so having a passenger in the back is nice because, first of all, I don't have to adjust any stupid suspension settings. That is super annoying when you put someone on the back of one of your sport bikes. You have to adjust the suspension, adjust the tire pressure. Now, this bike is cheap. It sucks. And so everything is just pleasant. It just works. You set it and forget it. I mean, there's nothing to set. You just kind of forget about it. What's also nice about the MT is it has an incredibly large seat compared to my Panigale V4, my S1000. Like, having a passenger on the back of this bike, first of all, she has a ton of room, so she's happy. I know most motorcyclists don't commonly think about, passenger accommodations when purchasing a bike, but it is nice, you as the user have a lot of room to step around, to sit on, and your passenger has a lot of room to step around on, so that's nice. Now, there are a ton of bikes that you can buy in this segment. This is not the only one. There's things like the Ducati Monster, the MT-09, Kawasaki Z900, I think, is another one that kind of fits in this weird category. The Z650. It's like these comfortable sport/naked bikes that kind of just do everything good. They're all semi-decent at everything. I just tend to like this bike a lot because it's the cheapest out of pretty much anyone. You can find these on Marketplace all day for $4,500 with only a few thousand miles in good condition. They're pretty cheap for what they are. They have a good throaty sound. It sounds like a Harley. Listen, it just sounds like burbly. It sounds like a Harley, Most people would be fooled by it, and that's honestly, if 99% of people are being fooled by it, it's probably pretty good. That just brought me to another great example of what I need to talk about here. So, when you are taking a passenger on the back of your bike, you are essentially, they're essentially doing is taking their lives and putting it in your hands. And so I do uphold a responsibility to try to look out for this girl and make sure, you know, she gets home safe. She's got people who care about her. The last thing I would want to do is something to happen. She's got a little bit of pickup. She's not bad.
Yeah.
It's all right. You vibing? You having a good time?
Yeah.
Okay. She's vibing. She's having a good time. That's all that matters. I just got to double check. You know, some people get freaked out by this stuff, and I just got to ask. Got to jump over this little hill here. Okay, so what I essentially did there, I had to cut out the wheelie that just occurred here. I can't post that to YouTube. But what essentially just happened is before, I knew I was going to accelerate. There was no cars in front of me. I knew I had the space to accelerate. So what I did is I gave her a little double tap to hold on to me before I accelerated, because she can't give this 100% of her attention all of the time. And so I have to give her a little warning of, hey, like, I'm going to accelerate. Hold on for dear life, because you might need it. So much to talk about. So there's so much to talk about. Yeah, so she's not paying attention, like 99% of the time, which is cool. Like, she's just out here to vibe, just like me. I know in my own head when I'm going to accelerate. She doesn't. She can't read my own mind. And so there have been videos on the internet before, luckily not anything from me, people taking their girlfriend or something for a ride, and they accelerate, and what happens is she just flies off the back because she can't, her leg's shaking. So what I'm not going to do is continue to accelerate. This is another thing. So reading body cues, she's shaking a little bit. So that means that's a bodily reaction. She's a little bit nervous. So I'm going to take it easy, and I'm probably going to start looping around back home in that case, because the last thing I want to do is freak somebody out. So we're going to cool it on the accelerations, and we're going to start taking it easy. Now, I want her, the goal is to get someone to like you, to enjoy riding with you, ideally. The last thing you want to do is freak somebody out and then they never talk to you again. Like, you're not cool for accelerating and scaring somebody. It's not an alright thing. So I'm holding on to her, letting her know that we're being safe, we're being alright, we're being chill. Yeah, the absolute last thing we want to happen is obviously me or her getting hurt. I gotta start thinking, how are we going to get home here? I don't know. You alright?
Yeah.
I feel you shaking a little bit. You nervous?
Mm-hmm.
Want me to stop?
No.
Want me to start going back home? Okay. Well, I'm going to start doing that eventually anyway, because I was going to flip around, and eventually we're going back home. I'm just making sure you're alright. If we need to stop, you hit my chest or something, alright?
Okay.
Yeah, luckily I can't speak from experience, but
Yeah, I can speak from experience now, and that kind of hurts, so don't give somebody road rash.
road rash freaking sucks. Breaking a bone. I fractured a bone when I was a kid. That sucks, bro. You don't want to do that. And so I'm usually okay with putting myself at that risk, because this is what I do. I'm content with the fact that if I ever got hurt in a bike, it's like, whatever, dude. That's just like the risk that you take whenever you hop on the back of these things. There's going to be some incels in the comments trying to say, like, oh, she's taking that risk by doing that, but like, she may not know the risks. I educated myself, and I was very aware of the risks before I got into riding. Like, I kind of got into this whole shebang with the knowledge that, yeah, it could probably kill me one day. This is might be a little bit of a long light here. Might be here a while. I mean, there's no cars in the other lane. We probably could just go around it. Wouldn't be the end of the world. Probably get some weird looks. And I didn't check to see if there's a cop behind us either, so problem solved. It turned green. We're good. Oh boy. Yeah, but she is not signing up for these risks when she's hopping on the back of the bike, because she doesn't know. She hasn't lost friends on bikes. She hasn't watched other people crash or get crashed into. And so that's why I'm just taking all these extra precautions when I'm taking a passenger. Because, dude, I just the last thing I would ever want to happen is something to happen to the passenger. Because, again, I don't care what happens to me. It's just more like, I'm not going to do that to somebody else, you know? Bike is so twitchy. As soon as I let off the throttle, he's like, ah. If you're watching this channel and you're planning on hopping on the back of someone else's bike, what are you doing? You should be saving up for a bike of your own, sir or ma'am. It's way better to just ride yourself, because you are fully in control. You're likely going to ride safer than the person that you're hopping on the back of, because they're going to try to impress you. Just trust me. Like, better to just ride yourself. But if you have, you're watching this video in preparation, let's say your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, taking you for a ride coming up this weekend, and you're trying to get ready for that, just know and understand the risks and understand the potential danger that you might be putting yourself in if the person doesn't respect you enough to ride safely. Because if they're trying to wheelie show off for you and go 120 miles an hour down the highway to try to impress you in some weird way, like just doing unnecessary risks, you may want to reevaluate the person. Jeez, that person wasn't stopping. I was like, oh boy. You might need to reevaluate the person that you are going for a ride with. Like if they don't respect you enough to, like, if you're telling them to slow down and they're not, if they're still continuing to accelerate hard and be like, yeah, watch this. Yeah, you may want to reevaluate that person in your life because they may not be looking out for your best interests, which is really, that sucks. And if you are watching this video in preparation for taking someone else for a ride, and you are out on that ride and you find yourself not having that ability to calm down and take that person for a nice chill ride, you may want to reevaluate the fact that you're taking out someone for a ride, which is not a bad thing. Like, look, you don't have to share this hobby with somebody else. Like, you could find someone to go out, like, find one of your buddies to go out riding with. Like, that is just as much fun of an experience as taking someone on the back. Like, you're sharing your hobby. It's cool. It's fun. That's fine. No, you're good. You're doing fine.
I feel bad every time I hit you.
Why?
Because I just feel bad.
You're fine. It's no big deal, really. I am riding a little bit hunchback, though, just so. To be fair, she's riding with a really elongated helmet. Like, there's a little beak to it. So I really don't blame her for hitting me sometimes. It's fine. Both of these are not my main helmets, so it's like, if there's any scuffs or scratches on them, I don't really care. Yeah, if you feel like you're not mature enough to take somebody for a ride yet, that's fine, man. Like, you just gotta wait a little bit. Sometimes your brain is young and dumb enough where you can't really chill out, which believe me, I've had those phases. Where it's just like, I gotta go fast all the time, which is like, cool. I would go ride by yourself then. Which is, again, not a bad thing. If you can't ride by yourself, then you probably shouldn't be riding, because riding by yourself can be a really fun, soul-cleansing experience. And you gotta love yourself, though, if you're gonna do that, because all you got are you and your thoughts, and if you can't talk nice to yourself, then that's a really bad thing. Have you ever been here before?
No, what is it?
This is Coe Lake. It's right by my my school. My school is right over there.
Is there a lake over there?
What?
A lake?
Yeah, there's a little lake over there.
Is there really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's alright. It's a pretty cool spot to come and hang out. Sorry, I should have finished that sentence. Fun place to come and hang out.
Oh, sorry.
Everything all good. Yeah, I would usually like to get up and walk around, but the cops have been shutting, like, they've been kind of, like, the police station's right over there, and the park closes at 10, but they used to not enforce it, but now recently they have been, so they've been giving out, like, parking tickets, so I don't want to leave the bike alone, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. They usually leave, like, students alone, but, like, I don't have, like, my student sticker or anything on the bike, so that's not really gonna work, but it's alright. We're gonna start heading back home. I just wanted to show you this. This is a cool spot to come hang out, basically. Alright, now let me proceed to wake up every fellow student in the college dorms. Screw you guys. I'm taking it chill. After I felt her shaking, I'm like, I don't want to freak her out, so I just want to we're gonna be taking it nice and easy. When you have a passenger on the back of your bike, everything becomes a little bit, I mean, it doesn't matter how light your passenger is. It doesn't matter if they're 90 pounds, 80 pounds, like, it doesn't matter. You're gonna feel them on the back of the bike, and that affects your acceleration, your braking, your cornering, everything. Any added weight on your motorcycle is going to severely inhibit the normal functions of the bike, and so you have to change your riding style a lot, and you have to expect this. Evening, Mr. Officer. Evening, sir. Good officer, evening. I don't know where he's not. Probably where he was, like, accelerating fast, so I was like, he better not be, like, trying to flip around on me, but no, he's just back there. I'm like, we weren't causing any problems. So just be prepared. If you're going to be taking a passenger, again, I'm like maybe getting a little bit preachy here with the details about being safe with the passenger, but, like, really, I am truly passionate about this, because I think it's happened like twice, which is like way too many, of people taking passengers out on their bikes and they crash and the passenger dies and they live. And this has literally happened around here like 2 times already. I think it's at least happened once. It might have happened twice, but regardless, any number of greater than 0 is it's happening too much, especially when 99% of accidents are probably going to be within your own control, especially if you pick the prime times to go riding, like right now. See how, like, this is like a busy area. This is usually like, it's like standstill traffic during the day because it's like right next to a hospital, so there's gonna be a little bit of traffic. But as you can see on the majority of this ride, there's been like no traffic. I planned that out. I made sure that would be the case. I don't like taking a passenger when there's a lot of traffic, because with traffic there comes a lot of variables, like this car next to me. I don't know what he's doing. Point is, I just want y'all to be safe. I'm trying to look out for y'all. So just, you know, maybe listen to me, because I'm really out here just trying to give good advice, bro. I think I have enough experience under my belt to be able to dish out good experience. So anyway, I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys are having a great night. Make sure to like the video if you learned something, or just like the video if you thought it was entertaining. With that, make sure you guys stick around, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Is that a little loud?
No.
Oh, you're alright? I'm surprised. I hate that helmet.
Why?
It's like, it's got some of the best safety ratings I think you can get, but it's like, it's loud. Like that helmet, every time I wear it, my ears kill me. Maybe because we're not going that fast, but I go over 100 with that helmet, and I come home with like just the ringing, just like, ee! It's horrible. It's like with earplugs, mind you.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, we're not going that fast, so it shouldn't matter. But maybe she's just got hearing damage. I don't know. I forgot to mention I have school tomorrow at like 7 a.m. I didn't mention that.
No.
Oh well, surprise. So.